Hey guys, welcome back. I am playing TCS Tactical Combat Series. Threw down a couple of counters, just playing a quick game. I can't get to my game campaign for North Africa because of I got the contractors doing work downstairs, so I thought I'd just throw this on my table and play a small game. I'm playing with series, so second edition rules. So I'm just looking over the sequence of play, which goes to there. Yes. So school has eaten up into my free time. Where I used to have more free time to do some wargaming, but that's now I have class every day, well, Monday through Friday, not every day. Saturday and Sunday is the only day I have off. So whatever time I can get to wargaming, I'm gonna try to do outside of social life. But let's just do a quick little couple of turns with this. I have to get used to the system again and learn it. So what the scenario I put together is the Americans are held down in this village, city village. They're in dug in position. They have a machine gun. They have AT gun. They have 2 platoons, another AT gun, and another machine gun. The Germans have 3 Panzer Vs, or Panther Vs, I meant. What do we have? I just threw anything together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 platoons and a mortar. All right, so let's start this up. So the Germans have to take this village, city, because the red blocks represent city, village. So they have to take that position. So the first thing is command phase. We don't need to do that. Everything is set. Next is going to be mode determination phase. So everyone sets their mode. So we're going to put everyone in move. So we'll switch them over. We'll send up the first group. And I will send 1 tank up. All right, so that is, let me move this up. That is set. After that, we go in suppressive fire. So we can do artillery and air fire segment. This scenario I'm doing is no artillery. We can now shoot off our mortars and anyone who wants to do direct fire. Now the way it works, you roll the dice and whoever has the initiative fires at 1 target, only 1, and then the other side will fire at their target. So you're alternating firing. It's clear weather, so they have unlimited sight. So let's see what we want to do. The machine gun can fire out at 8 hexes, the max. The guns, these AT guns, oh, you can't even see that. So let's put this up here. And let's do that. So the AT guns, normal range is 5, long range is going to be 10. So they can fire out 10 hexes. They can fire out 8. Let's see. And these infantry units can fire out 6. Let's see. Who goes first? Let's just roll first. Tied. Let's do it again. Tied again. Germans can fire first. Now, what I can do is I can send down my mortar. Let's do this. Let's send down my mortar. It has an 8 strength. They can spot. And what we will do is do that. Or I can just plant smoke here. Let's do that instead. We're going to drop smoke there. So we're going to fire smoke. And put it right here. And that way it blocks the sight. So line of sight, the way it works, you take the center line of the hex. So basically, if I took a center line, this would block that. But there's certain buildings that you can do it past. So we're going to drop smoke, and this has fired, and we can mark it. Do the Americans have a target to fire at? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now they can do long range. And the way it works, so you know, trying to get a better shot. If the AT guns fire at this, what you do is you take this number, which is a 3, that's their firepower, minus from their defense is a 4, so that's going to give you a -1. And let me get to point fire, so I can take a look at this. Point fire, here we go. So you look at the terrain, they're in clear. Target is moving, cross country and slow go terrain, hex. Overwatch fire only. We're not doing Overwatch. So there's no modifiers there. And just look at this here. At long range, the attacker is in this column. So I have to roll 11 to hit and to kill. So let's see if we can, we'll fire our guns. 6 is a miss. So they fired and they missed. And they're done. Let's put that back. But we're not going to fire any more for the Germans. That goes back to the Americans. Do the Americans want to fire? No, we'll wait. We'll wait till they get closer. So after that, we have call for fire phase. That's when, for the artillery. And then we go into action phase. So action phase is movement, assault. We can do overrun in this phase. So again, we roll the dice, see who goes first. The Americans won. However, the Americans are not going to move. They're not going to do assault, and they're not going to do any overruns. So it's going to go over to the Germans. And in this phase, by the way, if you're the first person, you do everything, meaning you move all your units. It's not the alterating effect that that suppression fire had. In the suppression fire phase, you alternate between each side firing at a different target. Here, we're going to move everyone. So let's start moving our guys. Now, for opportunity to happen, opportunity fire, these units have to roll a 5 or a 6 to have the permission to fire. If the enemy unit's within 3 hexes of them, they automatically can fire. They do not have to roll. So let's start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Now he has a line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I have to find out? They didn't tell me about hex sides. They tell you to measure from the center line. So yeah, it would be here. All right, so I'm going to say you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So they would have to roll to see if they can fire at them. Let's see. They have to get a 5 or a 6. A 5, so they can fire. So let's see here. We will fire. If they both want to fire, they have to roll. So he's going to fire with a 2. So at that distance, it's halved. And I'll show you. It's not even worth for them to fire. And we can do this much easier, I think. All right, so he's 4 more hexes away, so he's going to be half. So he's going to be firing at 1. So you take the 1, which is very easy, divided by 10, which is going to put it over here. So he's going to have a -3 to his dice roll. So you roll 2d6, add the modifiers or subtract the modifier, and see where you land here. And it tells you your losses. And then you check your morale as well to roll again for a morale loss, if there's any check to be needed. So we'll go through one right now. So the machine gun right now is firing at a 4 hexes away. So he's 4 hexes away. He's going to be half, so he's firing at a 1. He's going to have a -3 to his dice roll. He's moving. So since he's moving, we look at this as well. Almost forgot about this. He's in open. He's moving, so you get a +2. So it was a -3 +2, so it's just a -1 to this roll that I'm going to roll right now. We roll a 6, -1's a 5, and it is going to be a miss. As you can see, 3 to 7. However, is there a check for morale? So what you do now is you look at this unit. This unit is a morale 2, which is that red number right there. So morale 2 we roll the 5, like I said. Nope, 0 to 5 morale, no check. If he has 6 to 8, it would be a 0. You have to check. And you would have to then go to this chart, which will tell you if you're suppressed or paralyzed, or save yourself, retreat. Okay. Oh, another thing is when you do fire, you can fire again. However, you have to roll a 6 on the dice to fire again, unless they're within 3 or less hexes to you. If that's the case, you can constantly fire. All right, so they fired. These guys moved to 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5. If I move here, he can fire automatically. He doesn't have to roll. Do I want to chance it? I'm going to stay here. We'll stay there. All right, next up is, I'm going to bring up this guy. I'm going to get him in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's blocked. 5. Now they can see him. And in this version, if they can see you, they can fire at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has to roll the top unit a 5 or a 6 because he hasn't done opportunity fire. He rolled a 3. He failed. So he's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right, let's go to. I just want to check out something. I want to see. Yeah, the building's considered open, so it only costs 1 to go in there. Just want to see if it costs more. All right, let's get these guys. I want to get them up in this building here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Now this machine gun can fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need. Hold on, guys. This is perfect. I need this. Let me know that he. So he moved 3 hexes. Okay. All right. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's shooting at a 1. But he's moving, so it's going to be just a -1 to the roll. He rolled a 6, becomes a 5, so he misses. Oh, before I do that, let me see if he was able to fire. Nope, he wasn't able to fire, so that doesn't happen. So then he's going to go in here, and then he'll check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if he can fire at him. Nope, he cannot. So we'll stay. That makes 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be at half. Maybe I'll go 1 more. 5. Let's have 1, 2, 3. He can automatically fire. What I need to check, I have to look at in the rules. I know you can combine fire when you're doing suppressive fire. So you can do that. Can I combine fire on Overwatch? I don't want to look through all the rules right now. Let me quickly look if I can find it. Here it is, Overwatch. it says any fire mode unit. It's not plural like other ones are plural. So it looks just like only one. All right, only one. But again, it would have been great if this guy was in fire mode, because once he fires, you can fire back at them. However, he's not in fire mode, so he can fire only one unit. So he's a 3. Okay, so what we do, just want to take you through how this works. All right, he's a 3. He's times 1, so that's 3. 3 over 10 is going to put us at 0.3, which is going to be minus 1. That is, but he is moving in a building, so no effect. So it looks like a minus 1 at the end of the day. Yes. Okay, minus 1. I'll roll a C. 7 minus 1 is a 6. Miss. So he fired. All right, that's good. He's in good position. Let's bring up these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna try to fire. Nope. So that's 4, 5. He can fire automatically. He rolled a 6. It's a miss. And we are done with him. Who else do we have? We have our tank. So let's go around the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna fire. With this anti-tank. No, he cannot fire, and we will stay there. Now we have guys in that position. Everyone else will move later. So let's put these guys back. All right, we are done with the action phase. And now we go to cleanup phase, since both sides done their action. So cleanup phase is you remove anything that's suppressed, all those markers. If you're paralyzed, you flip it over to suppressed size. Smoke, we have to roll. If I roll a 1 or a 2, it stays. A 4, it's going. However, I just want to check something. So we remove the smoke, so no longer smoke. And the turn ends. And Let's fix everyone back again. And go back. And so we begin again with command phase, mode determination. So these guys, we're going to flip them back. Okay, they are now. And then these guys down here, we are going to have them start moving up. And let's get the I'm going to put one of these tanks in the middle somewhere. It's got a range of 14. So, can do some damage. So tanks will fire at point targets, and also they can do area targets. All right, so we mode determination. They are dug in, so they're not moving anywhere. So next now is suppression fire. Let's see who goes first with their fire. All right, so Germans are the red. Allies or Americans are white. They fire first. What should they fire at? Definitely want to get rid of that tank. Let's all right, so we have 3 to their 4. It's a -1. There's no modification because the tank is not moving. But we get a +1 because they're in clear. So it was a -1 but a +1, so it's back to 0. So no mod on this fire. And we're gonna need a point. It is normal range, 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's normal range. So we need a 9. All right, so we need a 9 to hit. I can just show that to you. 11. So basically, it is destroyed. Gone. Nice shooting. So we'll move this. They fired. We'll put them at the bottom. All right. And so now you have to, let's say these two wanted to fire at a target. So basically you alternate based upon target, and when you do area fire, you're firing at the target hex. Everything in it gets hit. If you're doing point fire, you're firing at a specific unit. So I am gonna apply all our firepower to here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 2 units, plus we can bring in the mortar. So we are 3 away, so it's ×1. So we have 8 plus the mortar, which is another 8. That's 16. That's going to give us 1.6, which will round us up to a +2 modifier. However, they're going to get minus, let's see, they're going to get a -5. And here I'll show you why. Again, the red blocks are considered city village. Since they're dug in, as you can see here, they get a -5. If they were not dug in, it would be a -3. So they get a -5. So this is why I have to bring in as much as I can. Can you see that? Is it better this way? All right, so it's a -1 to our roll. Let's see if we can do some damage. All right, we rolled an 8. -1 to our roll becomes a miss. However, they do have to, nope, they don't have to take a morale check either. All right, so we fired and nothing happened. Let's do that. Now we go with the Americans fire now. Where do they want to fire at? We'll have this unit fire here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's concentrate our fire at this unit here. So we're going to do 3 and 5, but these guys are going to be halved, rounded up. It's 3, so 3 and 3 is 6. So we have 6 firepower. It's going to give us a +1 modifier. They are in the open, but they're in fire position, so NE, no effect. So it's just +1. A 6, and it's a miss. All right. And we have to check their morale. We are morale 2, so nothing. If we were morale, like say 6, we would have had a roll to check for morale, but we're not. All right, let's take, these guys are at 4, and these guys are at 4 as well. So it would be 5 firepower on these guys. We're too far away because they're gonna get a -5 for being in dug in. And we're not gonna get any modifiers for us. So we're really not gonna do any damage. So we actually can't fire. We would have to roll a 13. And we can't. So we will hold off. That is now, but they still can fire now. So we're gonna fire here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're gonna fire here. So we're 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're 1. -3. And yeah, it's just a -3. Nope. Roll the 4, -3 is a 1, so nothing happens, and we will end the fire phase. Now we go to action. So we get to move. So let's move these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. He can fire. 1, 2, 3, Let's see if he'll do 5. Nope. 5, 6. He rolled a 6, so he can fire. So he moves 6. He's firing. An opportunity fire. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is point fire. So 3 to the 4 is -1, but he's moving. So it's a +1. So it's back to a 0. So 0. Oh, he misses. That was 6. I will stop there. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will try to fire. He also rolled a 6, so he can fire. He's gonna need. Nope, he misses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to chance it. We'll stay right there, see what kind of damage we do. Alright, let's move these guys up. I'm basically just staying in this border here. Not doing this whole wraparound kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to. I should have been firing back, by the way, guys. These guys can all fire back. So he fired at him. He can fire back. Let me do that. So when he fired at him, he can fire back. Alright. It's a miss. He fired, and we can fire back. We'll be at a 3. And so an 8, but they're dug in, so it's not going to do anything. And all right, so we'll leave it there. Now he wants to fire at this guy. He's got to roll a 6 because he did opportunity fire before. He does not roll it, so he's good here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to fire. 6. 1, 2, 3. He can just fire automatically. He rolls a 3. He's going to fire back at him. The guy underneath. And he misses as well. So you have that interaction of both firing back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. He'll fire, and he'll be firing at a 2, but he has to roll a 6, and he does. He rolled a 6, so he's going to fire now. Oh, I have to check this now. That's what he rolled. All right, so let's look at this. He's at a 2. He's going to get a -2 because he's at a 2. He's moving. He gets a +2, so they wash away. So we're back at 0. So the modifier is going to be nothing, and he hit with a 12. And here's a step loss, ladies and gentlemen. 8 to 12, so he gets 1 step loss plus 1 to company morale. And then we have to check this. So here's how this works. This unit has a company morale of 3, and he also got a step loss. So he's got 3, 4. It's the company. The company is company 6. All company morale starts at 0. So let me find it. That is part of 89th Division. And you can have an indefinite, infinite amount of morale going up. So it has 1. All right, so it's a 3. Plus that makes 4. Plus that makes 5. So we look back here. He is from 0 to 5. 0 modifiers. However, we still have to roll. Let's roll 2 dice. See what happens. Roll a 7. I believe a 7 is suppressed. Uh, 7-11 suppressed. So that unit is going to be suppressed. When you're suppressed, you cannot move. You can fire at half, but you cannot move. So let's do this. And time. Okay. We are complete. I think that's it, because we moved all our guys up. So what's going to happen is we moved everybody, and the fact of the matter is that suppression is going to come right off because we are now in cleanup phase. So cleanup phase, remove all you roll for smoke. See if you take them off. You take this off. The 6th company has a morale, 1 extra morale. So everyone who's rolling, they're going to count that extra morale against them. And plus this unit took a step loss. And here's where we are right now in the game. What time is it? I gotta get to my gym. It's on my phone. I can't get to it. All right. Let's now go into next turn is command phase, mode determination. Everyone, I'm going to flip them over. I might have to, I think I'm going to move somebody and throw down smoke here. The only problem is I gotta fire, get that crossfire, maybe the smoke here. And get these guys going around. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get this guy here. Plant it here. He can go here. Let's do that. So mode determination is done. We are going to then go into suppressive fire. We are going to drop smoke. So our mortar is done. We'll drop smoke there. So they have no line of sight this way. He has line of sight. That's fine. Let's roll. Americans go first. So the Americans should have gone first before this went down. So let's... Alright, so... They would have fired here. Let's roll the dice. Let's see if they would have fired here or here, because they're at the same distance. White dice higher, they would have fired that way. All right. So they would have fired this way. So they're going to put... Let's see, what do I want to do here? So the way it works, by the way, if you have AT guns firing area fire, their value is half. Doesn't matter what range, the value is half, rounded up. So this is going to be 1.5, 2, it's going to be 2, and this is going to be, so 5 altogether. So we have a 5, so there's no modifier in a positive, but there is a negative. Let's see. The negative is going to be, nope, because we're moving, but we're in the building. So it's even. So it's just dice roll. So both of them are firing. They roll an 8, and that's going to be a hit. Yes, it is. So they inflict 1 step loss. Now, by the way, it's everyone in this hex. So the first guy who's moving has a modifier of 0. So he gets hit. We have to resolve everything first. And it's a +1 to the morale, the 7th company of the 275th Division. 275th Division. Here we go. All right. So they took. So what's their morale? 3, 4, 5. It's 0 modifier against it. 7 is going to be suppressed. So they were able to stop this guy from taking off. He is suppressed. Now the other guy underneath also gets affected, but you got to roll again. But this time he's not moving. And since he's not moving, he gets a -2 because he's inside of a building. So they roll a 7, -2 is a 5, it's a miss. So he's missed, and these guys are suppressed. Good shooting. Because he was going to come out and try to get around, but now he cannot. And they fired. I'm just going to do this instead. All right. Now we will drop down the smoke. I think it's that way. Then they get to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no line of sight doesn't get blocked by people. Oh, I've been playing this wrong. So the way it works with line of sight, I guess we'll stop playing here. I have to go to the gym anyway. You take the distance between the two ends, and if you have a higher piece, then it's blocked. For instance, I should say this properly. Let's say this tank was back here. Let's say it was here. And let's say you had a gun firing. This gun would be able to see this. I mean, it would not be able to see it. Because this higher elevation is within half to less than half to the lower elevation unit, which then will block it. And so that's how the rules are read. As you can see, this is 1, 2, 2 to this point. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 to that point. So this would have to be back here for it to be seen. So all these units that were moving up here couldn't be fired on. But I think everyone was fired on when they were in the white. So I'll put this back. We'll continue. For instance, this cannot hit this. He can't see it, nor can he see that. However, he can fire at him. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in normal range. So we are going to be 3 to that. Let's see if we hit. We do not hit. Now we will fire at this. I have to say if I'm doing point fire or if I'm doing area fire. Now you can do point fire at AT guns, which I'm going to do point fire. He's a 0 or a 5. So we are going to be, so you can see, we're going to be here. We're firing at normal range. So far we needed 8. Terrain of target. We know what that's going to be. That's going to be that 5. Because they're in a village. Here we go. We are here. 0.5. Okay, they're in a village. So it's just a -2. Fire mode AT gun. So if it's an AT gun, interesting. So opens +2, +3 in the swamp, no effect. In a building, in a forest, and here, this is area fire. So this is 0.5. We're doing point, so it's just a -2. Oh, I can see why, because it's very hard to hit because of it's here. All right. So it's a -2. Snake eyes. They have to waste their time. So they fire and they miss. Guys, I have to get to my workout. And I have class I have to run to. So let's end it here. I just want to do a quick playthrough. I love this. I love, which I posted before, the old style, you know, and I like that the silhouette was very tiny. You know, I prefer just the numbers. Just give me all numbers. And, you know, I'm tired of these Skittle war games where it's full of color. Just keep it nice and muted, adult-like, not like a kid, not like Candyland. You know, counters are just black and white. Love it. Same here. And even this, the barrage market, it's still simple. It's not crazy. I don't know why they changed it. I know someone on Facebook called it Toy Soldier. The newer versions now with all the infantry units on it. In any event, yeah, that's it. Talk to you guys later.